Everyone has had too much of now. From megacities like Central to the vast and desolate outlands, nobody wants more of it. How it used to feel is what the people want, and Rememory offers us exactly that. Retros, remembered treasures of the forgotten past.
Hello, hi. I really don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm afraid. CVZLG. Hello, I hope you're doing well. Hello, friends and bees and friends who are also bees. I have decided that's the greeting I'm using, and I'm sticking with it, and I refuse to change now because it's stuck in my head. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day, and welcome to this week's Dishonored stream. This week we are going to be continuing where we left off last week, unsurprisingly, where we were just about to go infiltrate the Addermire Institute. I'm really hoping everything's working. My computer's been a bit misbehaving recently, so we could have some problems, but swap over to the old GP. That's better. And do thing where I open up the guide that I have. So I know how to get things. Let's just hop in, shall we? Okay. My just gonna close some stuff down. Right. Eliminate the Crown Killer, who's been murdering your enemies to make you feel guilty. Find Rod Alley, Anton Sokolov, last being seen carried towards Addermire, Alexandria Hypatia, who runs the place, should know more. I'm playing as Emily. I've completed this on both characters before, so I ran into a 12 before starting, and Emily swept the floor with Corvo. So pretty much made the decision for me. I like playing as Emily. I do enjoy it, so yeah, it's good. When I first did this, I did my low chaos run with Emily and my high chaos with Corvo. Oddly, because as like a person, I'm a pretty high chaos person, but that's the other thing. I'm just going to warn you now, save scum a lot, because I'm trying to go for as stealthy and as low, so I'm trying to go for as low chaos as possible, including as oh. There we go. Sorry, words are difficult. I can't speak and concentrate at the same time. I'm trying to go as stealthy and as unstabby as possible. Not sure how well it works, but hey, there we go. I don't know with that one actually, because I don't really tend to shoot much. Let's actually have a look. So we've got green there, carotid bone charm. That's probably, oh, what's my best bet? Sorry, I've been playing a lot of Destiny recently, which means that my brain is on like Destiny controls. I said pause music. Okay, right. Sorry, I'm waiting for constantly waiting for Pretzel to listen to me. So we know there are people around here. There we go. No worries. Yes, those are the runes that give you various sorts of abilities.
So what do you think?
Right. There we go. I'll remember what my abilities are eventually. Don't worry about it. Ah, oops. Someone spotted me. Oh, I want the strong arms thing that makes this a little bit easier. Ah, you saw me. How rude. I thought I was being sneaky, but clearly I'm not. God, it's only been a week since I played this, but it feels like approximately 5 years. I'm completionist in the sense that I feel the need to pick up all of the things. Okay. Right. Find somewhere safe to hide.
Been coughing dust for weeks. His skin is so pale. It's gray. I should
Probably.
here.
I'm very sorry. There's nothing I can do. Dr. Hypatia doesn't accept patients. Like mad. And the Institute is under the Grand Guard authorities. Apparently, you can't be trusted to do...
Went the wrong way. Did I pick it up after I got that last bone charm? I hope I did. This is how I play this game, constantly saves coming. I'm not a good player.
I've been working here for months. You know Dr. Hypatia's office is off limits to you.
Begging you. It would only take a few hours for Dr. Hypatia to see them. Carrying water down to the mine.
Okay. Yeah, that is what I should do. The problem is I'm bad at aiming, so I tend to fall when I do that. Is there anyone up here? No.
I can't lose another child. Where is Dr. Hypatia? What? No! My children need me! Let me go!
What? Who saw me?
Let's see. What was it?
Or is it just because I took the oil tank out?
The tank's it. What do you think that was? I'll just have a look.
Yeah. Better safe than sorry. I always get these shifts.
Ah, whoops.
One night at the body house. One night. Now I'm covered in chancres.
Well, oops. Is indeed just how it be. Right. This
What should we do with the leftovers?
room is a nightmare.
Dark, but I'm not allowed to go to the kennels anymore.
What's for the rats?
Big like that. Times are hard enough without you getting bitter.
When Addermire was open to the public, I was proud of it. Cooking for the sick, discussing recipes with Dr. Hypatia. Now I feel useless.
I know.
Uh,
As bad as things have gotten, they'd all be worse without a job.
trying to avoid using my sleep darts as much as possible. Nothing, you don't see anyone. Okay.
Why does she want that about it? Dust everywhere, no matter what you do. I need new boots. Just don't fit right. Two coins for that.
Okay.
Well,
If you turn around, I can knock you out.
places have never mind.
There we go. Just one dude out of the way at least. Like a save. No, okay. They are going to notice me. I wonder if I could shoot something to distract them. That would probably be more sensible. That would be the sensible thing to do. Pop one of these. Go shoot it that way. Nope.
I told her once, I told her 1,000 times. It ain't my job to check on the grinders. Sometimes
Absolutely
I think
nothing.
she's deaf on purpose. broken glass.
What's going on? Do you hear that?
I'll just have a look.
Blood flies,
Ah,
maybe?
piss. Didn't work. They all come round and find me. Yes, I should probably go and just grab that one later. I have others, I just tend to forget about them. To be honest, I usually tend to just use... I suppose I could try the, oh, whoops, accidentally clicked off the screen. Try this one. Sorry, what gross noises going on there. Yeah. The issue is they come round and,
Who's there?
Why do I have goosebumps all of a sudden?
no, that's not going to work. I'm going to come back and get this one later. I think that'll be easier. I need to distract them all. To be honest, I could just send them all to sleep with some darts, but I just try and avoid using the darts. It's fine. I'll grab that one later.
I've got to get back to Dunwall. I feel so bad. I haven't seen the kids in weeks.
Sorry. The grumpy noises because my leg went to sleep, as it so often does. Without persimmon. Okay. Okay. And down there.
Someone just heard a dog bark. So I have to keep my mind on my duties. Forget about that kiss.
Oh my.
That kiss.
Right. Where are we? Just there. Anyone looking this way? No. So I can... Oh, no, it's another floor down. Okay, never mind. Well, I can go this way. Just... be sneaky. Or try to, at least. Honestly, half of this is just me remembering how to get places. Ah, piss. Where'd you come from? Snuck up on me. What? What did you do? No, can't. Okay, never mind. We'll sneak a different way then. Nope, you didn't see me. It's fine. So I couldn't get to you. That's my nearest one.
Vanguard personnel, remember, the back dock is restricted to shift changes and watchtower operations.
Ah, okay, escape again. Ah, wrong button. Okay, that will Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Me. Anyone else in this room, or is it just that dude? Okay, take him out. One less to worry about. Plonk him over here. Fuck. Oh, I accidentally make a loud noise. Sorry, because there's nobody around here at least, hopefully. This is why I run into someone and eat shit and die.
Really go for a whiskey or something. Maybe one of them 2-penny drinks.
No, it sure isn't. Maybe. Right. Is there anything in here? No. Okay. Take that. Nothing in here, just a science panel. Why the hell was this like locked off then? How bizarre. Okie doke. I don't know why that was locked off, but oh, whatever. I'm actually getting in a thingy out of it, so that's okay. I get to that corrupted bone charm. I'm gonna sneak back over here to see. Yeah. If there's any way. Oh no, there's nothing over here. Okay. Somewhere to hide, I guess. I dream of the day when drinking gives me mana. I miss that so much. Okay. Ah, I remembered. Do I have pull yet? I do not. But okay. Click on all of the things. Powers. I've only got the one rune, so I can't pull it. If I could get another rune, that would make life a little bit easier. The other thing I could do from up here is throw this.
What the fuck was that explosion?
Wait until that.
What's going on here? What?
Come on! I don't have time for games.
Boop. Not exactly stealthy, but whatever. It gets the job done. And now I'm going to grab this because it is very handy. Right. There's that which I can't get to just yet. Anything else on this floor? There's that room which is down. It's not the floor below me, is it? It's okay. Well, I'll try and. Next step is to try and get upstairs. The lab is up there anyway.
Can't stay hidden forever.
Possibly not, but I sure will try my hardest. I can't rewire that. That's fine. So unnerving. She's just like asleep, but she's got her eyes open. Bit concerned cat energy. Okay. Can basically sneak straight over them. By doing this. And then I can do this. Right. Who's around here? I need Dr.
Probably a master key for the lab somewhere.
Yeah, probably. Be great if I could find it, huh? Weather forecast promises a nice amount of sunlight tomorrow, so I encourage you to bring the patients who don't have an appointment for luminotherapy session out onto the terrace. Use wheelchairs if needed. We only have so many more tanning boxes, and considering how expensive they are, we won't be getting more anytime soon. Nor will the brick ones be repaired, sorry. So let's have our patients enjoy some real sunlight instead. Ah, wrong. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to pick up the crossbow bolts that I don't need. Okay. 5. Yes. The key to get in there. Oh. Okay, well, whatever.
Report to the duty officer as soon as you finish your current patrol.
It's always unnerving to see. Last entry in the matron's diary. Been dismissed. That's how they put it. Like, I just brought the 2 and I could take my leave. And me, the fool, thinking I'm getting the afternoon off for a change. Say, grand, I'll see you early in the morning. Oh, my face turned a shade of crimson when they said it was never to return. Never. No explanation. I'm not even allowed to see the good doctor. Must have done something awful to deserve such ill treatment. But what? Didn't I always support Hypatia? Didn't I do all she asked? I was rather set of hands, her own words. Been trying to recall what it was I could have done that was so wrong. Did leave that vial of medicine on the counter and it got spoiled, but that was over a month ago and Hypatia didn't seem the least upset by it. Now I think she must have been ever so disappointed in me, but perhaps it's too sweet to say anything to my face. All that work left to do. I'm truly distraught to write more. Shitty rich people be well. I say that. Clearly it's a hospital, so they're not getting any funding, so you know. Dude over there, and there's someone pathing that way. I can sneak in. Don't think I can sneak around there, but I could possibly sneak into one of those. Sneak up this way, do this, then that, then be put here. Next I have to remember what this gets me. Not much is what it gets me. I can do this.
We'll make sure she stays where we want her. I think she'll never leave Addermire.
So many places I wanted to visit with you.
Okay.
Who opened this door?
A ghost.
The wind or something.
Yep, that was it. I suppose it does open from the inside, so it could have been the wind. Right, you go off and path that way. Which way are you looking? Everywhere. So if I... It'd be difficult. Ah. I can do that, I'm just... need to be faster at it. This is what watching me play Dishonored is like, I'm afraid. It's just watching me try my hardest to try and fail to be sneaky. But that's okay. Right. I'm pretty certain there are other ways to sneak in there, so I might try some of those. Plenty of mice. You love to see it. Ah, dope. That's shit. Didn't even see that.
I so enjoy watching history warp as words pass from the lips of one to the ears of another. Imperfectly formed, half understood, poorly remembered. In the years to come, the story of the Crown Killer will be twisted and bent, hammered like soft metal. By some accounts, a monster that had to be put down. By others, a victim of treachery, preserved because in the end,
Well,
you found another way.
we all know,
But you'll always remember
but the true one,
won't
yeah.
you? Your truth, at least.
Got distracted. I had a Discord message from a friend. And I am a sensible adult who can double task. Well, multitask. You know what I mean. Why can't you be a very much surprised Professor Lignon presented me with a gift. A bit of rivalry has been most vexing lately. Perhaps it has vexed him as well, hence this little peace offering. Yet as gifts go, it seems a bit wanting. A bit of bone with scratches on it, though I suppose given his area of expertise he believes it suitable. For now I'll withdraw my complaint to the head office. Become most fascinated by the bone trinket Lignon gave me. See now these scratches are actually really letters of some kind. Quite exquisite, actually. I've detected the slightest bit of warmth emanating from the thing and am most intrigued. But the evening grows cold, so I'll continue my observations tomorrow. I've cancelled classes for the day, as I've taken on the most aggressive chill. How I shiver. My one comfort is Lignon's little gift. When I hold it in my hand, I feel such warmth from it. Tomorrow I'll go to Addermire Institute. Maybe spend a week there if my health permits it. If my health permits it, I intend to write to Lignon to express my gratitude. 28th. Doctors are stumped, of course. Fools. No, I will not drink their foul-tasting medicine. My little charm will protect me from this confounded chill. Even now it seeks to warm me. Why, it's almost too hot to hold. Lignon has been named headmaster. I must write and congratulate him, and will do so as soon as my fingers feel thawed. Wink. God, this place really has seen better days, hasn't it? You can get an achievement for this, I believe. I think so, at least. Right. Let's do this and this. Okay. I'll start by trying to get that. Emphasis on start. Ah, I can jump up. Right, I'll just wait for my mana to regen. Up we pop. Nice. Okay. No. Fine without that one. Oh, almost fell down there. Right. Sorry for the little jumpy hop skips. I keep forgetting what game I'm playing as always.
That's the watchtower.
What is the watchtower? Ow. I fell slightly further than intended, but that's okay. Okay. Nobody's up here, so I can do this. This brings that up. There's a reason you need to do this, and I can't remember what it is.
You make sure she stays where we want. I patient never leaves Addermire. Remember this.
This is the other night you were missing. I still don't see how she got out. You were not clear on this.
In case anyone asks, the good doctor never leaves the grounds unless it's on a mission. Got it.
I think I understand, sir.
Right. Like that nobody questions. Nobody questions that, words, sorry, are difficult. I like that nobody questions the lift just appearing out of nowhere. It's outside, so that's okay. Alexandra Hypatia won't work in her office today. She'll be in the recuperation auditorium instead, which is locked. She's not to be disturbed. If anything urgent comes up, I'll leave her key in her office. Another thing, the janitor Hamilton is to remain in disease treatment until I interrogate him and decide on his fate. We've got him locked up in the little plant conservatory there. No one is allowed to speak to him or even enter that room. Right, let's save now that we're in here.
Blackouts are worse, and my dreams have taken a turn towards the disturbing. Even rest eludes me. Duke Bell seemed overprotective at first, but increasingly, I'm a prisoner in my own lab. The soldiers stationed here leave me alone, but even then I feel like I'm being watched. What really saddens me is the loss of my work. I've always
Alexandria Hypatia.
There's been an outbreak of some fever or some new condition among the miners. It pains me that I am not with them, working to ease their suffering.
Sorry, Alexandria, I'm now going to absolutely ransack your room, or your office, rather. Right. Dr. Hypatia, I know you're busy these days to your experiments and all, but since you seem to be in the Duke's good graces, I was thinking maybe you could request extra funding for the old basement. With most of our personnel sacked, I can't deal with the flood, so I just sealed it off for now. That won't do the building any good long term. And anyway, there's some stuff stored in there from Addermire's old days. Some of it looks valuable. There's something here we want to read. Phew, Addermire solution. One thing I always need. And more Addermire solution. God bless you. Here we go. Letter from a journo. This is the other thing. Chief Alchemist Alexandra Hypatia. Writing not because I'm not permitted to visit you in person, thanks to when the Duke's new decrees, which now fall in cities frequently as drops of rain, but I'll get to that matter at hand. What is the progress with your research in the latest strain of the bloodfly fever? Is there any hope for an improved version of the Addermire solution? I'm talking of a remedy that could cure the fever instead of just delaying the symptoms. Have any of your experiments proven effective? If so, when will something be available to the community? As you must know, available stocks of elixirs are dwindling, and people often have to turn to the black market to buy potions at a shocking price. What is your response to this situation? Eagerly awaiting your response. Okay. Powers. We've got 2 runes now. What do I want to... Oh, 3 runes, even better. Doppelganger... Well, I can't afford Doppelganger yet. First. Vitality could be helpful, but I don't use it that often. I can't afford Doppelganger yet, so I will upgrade my agility. Yes. And I will upgrade that, because it's always helpful. Right, 5, 3. Scan around to see if there's anything else. It's the health elixir, which I'm already full up on. That, which I've already read, and everything else in here is sorted. Right. Can't see where the guard is, so I'm just gonna close that and oh, so am I. We're all hungry, dude. Get over it. How the... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. This is what I was looking for. I'm just stupid. Okay. Right. Get down and grab that. First, let's go eat some grapes. No, first let's go do some sneaking. We've got the that's where we need to go, but we want to head down one. I like that none of them question the elevator noise. It's like, nope, it's just me. Where are we?
Kiss the outsider's balls for luck.
Oh my. Well. I won't king shame. can't remember what that does, so... What? Whomst? Oh. There, that guy. Whoops. You're right, I'm not supposed to be there. I forgot that you were sitting there, because I am stupid. Having fun there? Right. Close that. 5, no, I'm in here.
Is Hamilton in there? How is he?
He's losing it. Yelling nonsense for hours.
Could you understand any of it?
Something about being attacked by a monster one night. Some beast that wanted to scoop the brains out of his skull.
I see. Keep this to yourself, will you? No need to spread silly rumors.
Of course, ma'am.
Let's find out if I can make him see reason.
Don't turn around, don't turn around. Leave you here.
Fifth Lieutenant Mikos, report to the duty officer as soon as you've finished your current patrol.
He tried to strangle me. I had no choice.
Sure.
I guess. Poor guy.
Where did you disappear to?
Okay. Let them do their funky thing. Sorry for the giant bug statues being really gross. Out you go. To be honest, I could like leave them both in there and it'd be fine. Okay, there's nothing for me in here, that's fine. I can look around here with more ease now. Here you have the final stage of the bloodfly infection. The patient is 37 years of age and was a school headmistress before an unfortunate encounter with a large nest in a deceased uncle's greenhouse. Note the lesions on her face and arms and the larval swelling throughout the body. What the drawings cannot show you is her demeanour before death. The most striking symptom of progressed infection is a protective attitude demonstrated towards the nest. This tells us, even prior to the autopsy, that the larvae or the byproducts have infected the intention centre of the victim's brain. Direct attention to silvergraph image 4. There's no cure once the condition is advanced this far, but you can make a patient less agitated with a generous dosing of opiate. The subject died 3 days after the silvergraph was taken. Direct attention to chart 8. And here is the fully mature insect after its post-bloodfly transformation. Now unbeatable, note it has dropped its wings. It is no longer aggressive and has many beneficial qualities, especially in the field of agriculture. Without these insects, many crops across the Konos would suffer, leading to a loss of yield and a marked reduction in progress. Basically, what they're saying is worth the infections and death skull for I know there's a way to save him, I just haven't got round to it. Key is good. With the key we can sneak back upstairs. Is there anything else here? No? Okay. Let's keep going. Health elixir. Blood flies everywhere. Which is just great and fun and sexy, you know? Okay. When I asked, empty the vivarium of all dogs and other test animals. As I asked, empty the vivarium of all test dogs and other animals. We're using the area to contain bloodfly nests exclusively, since my data formula depends on ingredients collected from fresh bloodflies. Don't worry about exterminating the rats, since the bloodflies will need carcasses for egg laying. As soon as I eliminate the undesirable side effects, we will give the people of Skonos an elixir that is nothing short of miraculous, fortifying the mind, body, and spirit. Trust me, you will be proud to have been part of our effort. Sorry to have sent you out again so soon, but I won't be able to proceed until I have the following. 1 large tin of powdered sea salt, compound grease but not lard, it goes rancid too quickly. Rubbing distillates, glycerin, 2 vials of juniper, 2 vials of oil of rose. No, the rose oil is expensive, but it's the only thing for clearing the lungs of phlegm, so what can we do? Maybe we'll plant a rose in our garden someday. No? Would that I could go myself someday. Alexandra's new serum was no believe Addermire, and no one must ever know of our failure. We tested it on ourselves, which you often do, in fractional doses. The night was sheer horror. It's hard to describe the effects on the mind, the frenzy it induced. We were not ourselves. Alexandra muttered to herself, calling herself Grim Alex, almost as if she had a total shift in personality. Cannot commit to paper all that occurred, and I bone with shame remembering the way my perspective shifted, as if my entire morality was upended. Following day after recovering my senses, I felt better than I have in years. The serum might hold the keys to improve lung function and general vigour, could even ameliorate the effects of some of our worst fevers and infections, but the costs are too high, the absolute loss of empathy, the unfettered appetites. And yet, a week later, I watched Alexandria on the terrace below. She was in a terrible way, dishevelled, with words escaping her lips that were jumbled and wild. Her movements were unfamiliar. In the morning, I asked if she'd tried the serum again. She was most alarmed, assuring me that it would never again touch a drop of it. She swears that only a sample remains, safely locked away for future study. There's the thing that we need. There's no way to get that without guesswork. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 remaining, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks possibly like it's on this floor, so let's keep going, shall we? Ah, damn it, right. In that case, never mind. Can't get out that way. Wonder, now that nobody's here actually, could I... Sorry if you have trypophobia. I'm trying to cut that and get the thing, but it's not working, so never mind. I was hoping a thing would drop. It did not, and I cannot get past there, which is what I thought I could do. So all of this has been for absolutely nothing. Well, that is indeed just how it be in this bitch of a world. No, okay. Nope, don't worry.
Better have a look. That's it! Let's get away!
F9. Seeing as I can't find another way out of there. I probably should actually get on with the mission at some point, but I have much more fun looking around and hunting for things. Okay. Right, let's equip this. On that. And eat. Right.
Wait, I'll have a look over there. Yes.
This door was supposed to be closed.
Ah, well, close it then. Once again, there is nothing in here. Ah, whoops. Did not mean to do that. And accidentally fall down there. That was absolutely an accident. Yes. Right.
What was that?
Nothing, don't worry about it. Oh, my game just crashed. That's good. Oh, Bethany Esther. Oh, Bethany Esther. Okay. Error occurred me. The error occurred because you crashed, game. Bethany Esther is garbage. Okay, looks like we can swap back over to the GP. It's picked up again. Sorry about this, folks. I have terrible luck. This game is just... I love it dearly, but boy howdy does it have quite a few issues. Well, don't we all actually, really? Here we go. Continue. Nice. Oh good, we're loaded in. Phew. Right. Safe, that's what I'm looking for. Right. There he is. No way forward just yet. So, although I thought there was a there it is. There is a health elixir. Right. I'm gonna cause an issue no matter what we do here. So piss. He comes down if we wait too quickly. So what I'm gonna do is hop directly into the lift and then go back up to the top floor. And we're gonna start from there and move back down again now that we can get in there. Also, there's, I think, an apartment that we wanted to get into. Here we go. Bye. If you crash on me, game, I will be so angry. So what we do is we head up here some more. Take that out. So we can unlock here, which has...
There are so many skilled craftsmen across the Empire.
Lots of things. Lots of tires. If you head over here, he's got another health. Oh, it's an Addermire solution. And here we go. This time I'm sure I saw it. I saw, well, I don't know who or what it was, but it was someone, some hooded creature, dragging some bloody thing along the corridor. I'm not sure whether its prey was another dog or one of those guards. Not sure which I prefer. Those bastards have been mocking me for months now, saying I lost it and that Dr. Hypatia should lock me up. Captain Ramirez said it's all in my head and I'd better stop spreading rumours. Dr. Hypatia didn't say much when I first mentioned the half-devoured dog, Fountain Recuperation. Is she protecting someone? Dr. Vasco looks most suspicious to me. He hasn't even left Recuperation for weeks now. And last time I saw him, he was drawing some rotten blood from the body of a guard who got stung to death by bloodflies. I'm no doctor, but I know that this is not part of the Addermire solution, that recipe that Dr. Hypatia invented. Anyway, if nobody will listen to me, I'll have to track down the monster down myself. If I set some traps and keep watch every night... I'll set some traps and keep watch every night until I find out what's going on. We know that there's a bloke called Sco, and he's suspicious. That's important for reasons that will soon become clear. Now we need to head back up a little bit further. Head up here. Whoops. There we go. Then up here. Then in here. Because we want to press this. And then we want to do that. That will surprise everyone. Now, the reason we do that is because we can now do this carefully. Don't worry about it. Yep. Yep.
The rumors are true about the Crown Killer. The old Empress?
Yep.
Really? What a bunch of degenerates.
That is very definitely not true.
I miss being dry and warm.
Oh, so do I. Gus, seems like a VIP guest, Miss Vera Moray, has finally flown around Blood Bend. She's been sent to critical observation area, getting cold showers every 3 hours and the like. I heard one of the doctors say she might have contracted some nameless disease on an expedition to Pandisia, another eccentric aristocrat, trying too hard to live a life beyond us ordinary folk. Anyway, some of her stuff is still in her room, so I'll store all lost and found down in the basement until she's sent back to her husband. He's in for a nice surprise, considering how she spends her time now talking to herself and carving obscenities into pieces of bone. Just a moment to give everything back to her when she checks out. 12th month, high cold, 1810. My physician says I should keep a journal. Says it'll do me good to reflect on my ways and deeds. Says the mark on my hand is just a tattoo or blemish from birth, and that the black-eyed boy is only in my head. Pshaw. Bunch of fools. I found where the administrator keeps whiskey. Snuck a bottle back to my room, easy as that. I think I could stuff a whale under my jacket and dance the gavotte and they'd never notice. What would my sweet physician say about that? Oh, my dreary old husband. Oh my Vera, what have you done now? Mumble, mumble. Appearances and whatnot. 16th month of Hearths, 1810. Must get home to my collection of card bones. Such pretty things, but all the way from Pandisia. How warm they feel in my hands. There's power there. Something I could learn to harness. That's why I've been trying to be a proper lady again, with the clean nails and a perfumed handkerchief. My physician says if I'm still behaved by the end of Hearths, that they might send me home. So I smile and curtsy and ask for tea in the afternoons, comb my hair, drink my medicines, and I stop trying to be the, bite the attendants. I hope you do.
I only know that I am here. Nothing more.
I hope you have some wisdom to convey. In general. Anything else down here? Just an extremely bright light that's giving me a headache. That was all that's down here. Right. Up here, so I didn't mean to. Well, rip, I guess. Rip my clean hands, huh? Some other time. Right. Now we can do this. Okay. How Where did you come from? Right. Up there.
Locker before coming out. Last time I left it open, someone left a hagfish in my jacket pocket.
Okay.
I gotta get a spare uniform.
Got back over this way.
It's nothing. Someone just heard a dog bark or something. Of course, now we're all on edge.
Settle down, stomach. Dinner will be in the
Well, that's what I always say to myself, right? Save. We're gonna sneak over here. Okay. And do this.
Coins for that cat last? Well, no more, thank you. Place is a dump anyway.
Ah, piss.
Oh well.
Can't remember what there is out here other than these two, so. Ah, there's this. Right. Let's pop. Ah! Damn it. Don't worry about it. It was me misjudging. As is so often the case. If we take this out now, it just makes it a little bit easier for us to get out of here when we're finished. Can't seem to knock her out, so I will just not bother. Instead, I will just eat a whole bunch of food.
I shouldn't have eaten that. Now I'm paying. It's what happens when you're half starved all the time.
Sorry for pickpocketing you, dude, and then knocking you out. You know how it is.
Sure, there's always been blood flies. I just don't remember it being so many of them and so big.
Gross. Even more gross. Is there anything of interest back here? As the blood right concern gets to us, we're all waiting for a miracle cure. The question is how many more have to die in agony. Addermire solution is good for miners' woes. Enriched, it's been used to treat blood fly fever with some success. And Dr. Alexandra Hypatia stated publicly she could improve the formula. So where's the cure? What happened? Let me tell you. Duke Luca Abele shattered Addermire Institute with Hypatia inside. She's a prisoner. There's only one explanation for this. It's quite plain that the precious remedy is not available to anyone but the Duke and a circle of rich cronies. It's my opinion that they intend to whittle down the impoverished to a manageable few. The Duke drinks copious amounts of Hypatia's cure while the rest of us perish. Undoubtedly true. I can do this. Can I? Where does that get me? Nowhere is where it gets me. Okay, never mind. Could use that to get up, but clearly I can't. So really this was just a complete waste of time.
Nightmare again last night.
So
I wish I could leave this city.
we will continue to pop around here. Bone charm is...
Hope it's not something bad. Maybe it's nothing.
What's that? Oh, I can't get to it.
My transfer. I've got to go over to one of the other districts.
I don't know how to get over there. Am I dropping frames? No, I don't think so at least. If I am sorry. It is not my intent. Right. Use one of my precious sleep darts. Or not, because it didn't work. Ah, thank goodness. Ow. F5. Don't misjudge. Pop that down. Pop that. Ah, for fuck's sake. Every time. It's like, okay, but what if you didn't make the jump properly for no good reason? Why? Why do you keep doing this? Why can't you make the jump like I tell you to? Is it telling me that I shouldn't be here yet? I'm just trying to make life easier for myself later. Fine, whatever. I wonder if I can open up one of these. Nope, they're both locked. Yes. My clever plan. Foiled once more. Jesus, that was close. Ah. Dicks.
Ready? This shouldn't take long.
Okay, well. Hey, now we know. I just don't know how to get to that room that's, in there. Actually, let me have a quick look. I just want to see something. I've got 1, 2, there's a rune, there's a bone charm, and there's a corrupted bone charm. Right. Righty. That's okay. I know what I'm doing now. Well, I wouldn't maybe go so that far, but I have a better idea of what I'm doing. problem is I'm gonna have to be very sneaky. I am not, per se, good at that. Can I? Ah, what I can do is click out of the game again. Do this. Now, those two. You're playing cards, rather, but playing cards by yourself. Okay, dude. Well, you know what? Whatever. You do you. Like, we've all got to have a hobby, right? And surprise! It's the blood flies fell.
What's going on here?
So what I think we can do is that. That'll clear some of that out. Also get me a rune, which is always nice. Okay. Metric fuck ton of bottles there. Anything else? Oh, bathing salts. Always yes. Okay. Empty bottles. Oh, I'm going to swap to incendiary bolts. Makes this a little bit easier to deal with. It's a lovely dead as a doorknob bottle. Body? Jesus. Bunch them out of the way. Oh, let me out, meow. Right. I really do want some more incendiary bolts, if at all possible. It's alright if they, Sorry, what I wanted to say is it's alright if they bite me, because there are, lots of health solutions lying around. Luminotherapy appointments for the morning the second day, month of September 1849, approved by Dr. Vasco. Miss Nita Cardona, 2 hours. Mr. Roberto Garcia, 5 hours. Serve Mr. Garcia some valerian tea to ease his cough every hour. Please allow a session for him this afternoon as well. Mr. Andrew McAllister, 2 hours. Mr. Emilio Molinero, 2 hours. Ms. Lucia Pasta, half an hour. The patient is pregnant and in very weak condition. Be sure not to exceed the prescribed time. Apply some lecture thistle lotion before and after the session. Miss Camilla Durante, 2 hours. It's all bone a rum. Sorry, the All Bone Monastery is the name of a raid in one of my video games, and we have a tendency to call it Orbona. That did almost nothing to get rid of those flies. Oh, fuck off and leave me alone. They make these like vile humming noises when it's like, chill, look, I'm getting out of there. Look at how out of here I'm getting. Rip. Rip that body. Right.
I see a mine collapsing on a dozen workers.
Let's get out of here.
The cat sleeps on a velvet pillow.
Whoops. Now, there's blood everywhere and it's gross noises time. I'm pretty certain Hypatia gets really angry at us if we go down there, so I'm going to not do that, but she's having fun. We're all having fun. It's a fun place where things don't go terribly wrong. It's all fine. Lovely.
Gotten something under my fingernails again.
Gross. Ah, piss. Wrong way. Sleep darts. I've won true love. Out of my solution, my other true love. Grab that, this.
On orders from the Duke, anyone discussing Addermire with non-authorized persons.
Wherever there are pendants to the Empress Emily Caldwell. Okay, yes, no, we've read that one.
You did well finding Anton Sokolov, my friend. The old man is with Kirin Jindosh, who's prying him apart.
Lovely.
Digging out all his secrets.
Wonderful.
Adding Sokolov's knowledge to his own. Who knows what wonders of natural philosophy Jindosh will reveal in future days. But it's time.
Jindosh was a dipshit.
Once again, time to play. We have need for your special talents. The good doctors do for a trip to Dunwall because Ichabod Boyle is next on the list. Make haste and make this one messy.
That's the
The newspaper is something to write about and give the people of the Empire fodder for their nightmares.
Ichabod Boyle is the one whose body we okay. Sorry, he's the one whose body we walked into the examining of. Around this way. In here. Okay. And no, that's not right. Here we go. Oh, I'm stupid sometimes. Hi, buddy. How's it going? You look kind of dead, dude.
Are you all right?
Dr. Hypatia did this. She's the crown killer. But she's not herself. She developed a serum trying to help the miners. The first version caused horrible changes to her mind. It's too late for me, but maybe you can still save her. She's a good person.
What can I do?
In my safe, in disease treatment, you'll figure out how to make the counter serum help her.
That's what we will do.
The safe code is 902.
Fangs.
I've always wondered what your flesh tastes like, my dear assistant.
Made me jump real bad.
I come and I go, putting Hypatia to sleep as I want. But even when she's awake, I'm with her, looking out through her eyes. My cold, dry sister. She saves her love for the sooted workers, suffocating deep down in the mines. For the children in hovels at the edge of the city, cursed with short, nasty lives. And for Vasco, her trusted assistant, missing now for months. Wherever did he go, dear sister? I long to take him apart.
I do like this dialogue.
A mess, rutting against his slippery skull, driving myself.
What do I smell here? Bergamot, northern spices, wood smoke, done oil.
Okay. What we want to do is grab something and throw it. Oops, no, I want to end that. Now we want to throw that. Up we pop.
She's gone. What happened?
Bad things, that's what's happened. Here we go, right. Now, we can scooch out here. Just keep gently scooching away. Right. I want to get down. Although this guy's by himself, so I can probably just take him out. Just do this. If we just leave him up here, it'll be fine. Grab that. Now, someone in here again, I believe. Is there? I thought I saw someone in here earlier, but I can't now, so fine. 907, that's what we need.
Let's see what's in here.
Doop, 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 doop. Oh. This time it has to work. I'm certain the dosage is right, and I will only have one chance. Grind all the solid ingredients together, including the aluminum salts. Done. Add some egg whites. They should have some in the kitchen, but I'll have to be discreet. Done. 2 weeks in my safe away from daylight should be enough for the serum base to activate. Add half a syringe of tainted blood taken from an infested human corpse. If Dr. Hypatia was in her right mind, she'd probably object to the step. But since the Grand Guard put Addermire into lockdown, several men have died, killed by blood flies. Might as well serve the greater good. All the previous blood samples will seem to be promising. I'll need to avoid being seen again by the janitor. Heat the final mixture. Inject as soon as possible.
Her assistant's book.
Upstairs say thump thump, by the way. As indeed so often they do. Is there anything?
I finally understand it. There's a part of Hypatia that she doesn't even know about. It's always there, riding along in her mind, takes over and forces her to use more of the original serum with some regularity. The Duke keeps her here and, if I'm right, sends her out on diabolical assignments. Hypatia is the one the newspapers are calling the Crown Killer.
She sure is.
And comes back, leaving bloody footprints. But there's a cure, a counter serum. I'll try to administer it once I get my notes from the safe in disease treatment. Hello? Oh, Alexandria. I was just... No. It's you.
Yes, Vasco, my love. You're found out, and now we have some experiments to conduct. Come, I'll make you comfortable.
The Crown Killer is such a fascinating villain because of, you know, she's not... I've never been able to take her out. When I did my High Chaos run, she was the only person that I didn't kill, because, sorry. She's the only one that I didn't kill because I was never able to, because I just felt so bad for her. Here we go. Vasco's diary, month of Nets, 1851. A patient arrived last night, complaining of grit in her eyes. The good doctor was resting finally, so I took the case. After careful observation, I determined that the cause was silver dust from the lines. To bring forth tearing from the eyes, I combined glycerin and pepper oil, which I planned to follow at once with a rinse. However, the burning sensation was apparently quite marked, and the patient was too distressed to let me attend further. However, the flow of tears was sufficient that I wager by morning her eyes were clear. I declare my idea for purging the eyes of grit to be a success. I could sell the formula, just the thing to get dust and debris banished from the eyes. Vasco's formula for eyes and ears, that's what I'd call it. Fast and effective. All with Dr. Alexandra Hypatia's permission, of course. She knows best. Basically, it's not like Vasco is exactly a good doctor either. He's just not the one who's been, you know, recently driven insane.
This works.
Get us some blood. Right. Pop that in there. That's the thing. Keep the final mixture. That's the stuff. This is quite unsanitary to use the same syringe that we just used.
It's ready.
Just like, by the by, don't do that. That's how, blood diseases are transmitted. I just wanted everyone, in case for some odd reason you believe that was a good idea, to know that it's not. It's definitely a bad idea. Right. Start with this. I want to cause a distraction with this, ideally. Okay. Where are you, Hypatia? Having fun there?
Addermire's only so big. I'll catch you.
Will you now?
No, no, no! Not back to sleep! I won't go. I won't give it back!
Let's get you off the gross bloody floor.
Yes. I'm sorry. Something's not right with me. Maybe I contracted something working with infectious samples.
No. Someone was poisoning you. But you should be better now. I found some alchemical notes and made a counter serum.
Poisoning me?
Sure were.
I'm gonna take care of it. If you need a place to lay low for a few days, come find us. I'm staying with an ally on a boat called the Dreadful Whale.
This is the one they call the Crown Killer. But she thinks of herself as Grim Alex.
Now I'm dying, haunted by failure. I couldn't save Dr. Hypatia from herself. Someone finds this note. Please don't blame her. She has no idea what her other self is doing. She doesn't know the monster she's become. If only been brave, maybe I could have killed her. It's not too late, I beg of you. Please pray the antidote and save her. The instructions are in my personal safe.
How Karnaka has fallen since the old days. With your help, perhaps it will not descend into complete ruin. Is it a curse or a blessing to linger past your time in the world?
Right. It's time for us to get the fuck out of here. God, there are just bloodlines splattered everywhere. It's really gross. We've looted everything, I think. We've got all of the runes and bone charms, which is what I mostly care about, I have to say. So, okay. Just endlessly more serum. Is there an easier way out of here? There is not. Fine, we shall go the slower way. Here we go. That.
Imagines people coughing up blood all over their tea and crumpets. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
What happened to that custodian, by the way?
Gives me the heebie-jeebies too.
Someone said he went nuts.
Okay.
What?
This is the wrong way to go, so we shall go about the easier way. Do 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 do. Anytime I load, sometimes it threatens to crash, and then I cry a single tear, sometimes more than one. Okay. 1, 2.
Clearly, Dr. Hypatia's not seeing patients anymore.
I guess I just never looked in here. Ah, fuck, I clicked out of the game again. Let's look around here and see what the haps are. Emma, Philip and the Ludger. Things haven't changed since my last assignment at Addermire, except I report to a different fellow now and he's twice as strict. Strange, because there ain't really nothing for me to do. There's a doctor, but she just stays in and does the research. Maybe they need guards owned to the strange noises I hear at night. Not the usual creaks and groans a building makes. I feel any minute I might come around a corner and see something awful. But I don't want to worry you. I'll be back in a few days. Buy yourselves a nice fat chicken when you get this letter.
Tugged on it nightly, then ever so slightly.
I'm just being nosy now. Just purely being nosy, seeing what this place has to offer. Eat those grapes. Take that. Anything else here? Just some more food. Doggies in there. And someone in here. There we go. It's fun to just knock like a bunch of them out. Effective ones and connect them with some resulting economic positions. Power. Okay, I've read that already as well. Solution. Listing of symptoms due to inhalation of airborne debris. Any of the following symptoms can be observed after sustained exposure to mining dust, alone or in combination. Coughing, sneezing, neck complaints, necrosis of the eye, insidious deficiency, pleurisy, lung purge, minus ear, black spittle, black vomit, confusion, pneumonia, lack of appetite, excessive appetite, tremors, Bartholomew's rigor, apoplexy, death. Should any of these be present, as a prescription I recommend a full change of air, followed by a month of leisure along the coast. Use suction to remove dust and debris from the nose and ears. Apply boiled onions and flax to the chest. These remedies should bring some relief, especially when used in conjunction. If you say so. The thing is that, like, miner's lung is of course a legit issue. Ah, shit the bed. What?
Someone there.
No one's here. I got lost. That's all that happened. There's an easier way out through the dining room to take the thing out, as long as you don't have to deal with the guards. But I should hopefully be able to teleport around the side and avoid them. go. Sorted both of those guys out. So I can go here. Just take this out. F5. Wait for you to appear. Dope. Hang on, I've clicked out of the game again. The joys of playing a game on windowed sometimes.
I'll lay low until you're finished. Can we leave this place yet? I don't like it. Ready now?
Let's get out of here.
Let's get back to the ship.
Did you find Sokolov?
No, but Hypatia was the crown killer.
What? I don't believe you.
The Duke tricked her into injecting herself with a flawed version of her serum. It changed her, but there was an antidote, so she's alive. If she remembers the murders, she'll have to deal with that.
Harsh but fair.
Sokolov? They gave him to a man named Kieran Jindosh. Do you know him?
Everybody knows him. The grand inventor of Serkonos.
A nightmare and a half.
Who's next? Let's hope Anton's alright.
Oh, we did get Merciful. Dope. But we did also get Ghostly. That's what I like to see. Brian's got half the paintings, half the blueprints. Those are the things I care about. Found the basement containing Vera's diary and crafted the cancer serum. One of these days I'll do a Get All Paintings run. Talk to Megan Foster about the best way to reach the home of Kieran Jindosh, Grand Inventor to the Duke of Serkonos. Get stressed.
In his day, Sokolov was Dunwall's genius. He transformed our city with his inventions. Electricity for the factories and carriages racing along above the streets. As I grew up, his buzzing and glowing devices kept me safe. His stories always made me giggle, and his outrageous conversations shocked aristocrats and overseers alike. Now, all these years later, Kieran Jindosh is Karnaka's genius. A mad inventor who has given the Duke sinister machines that move like people but aren't. Clockwork soldiers that fight and kill. I've got to find out where Sokolov's being held and bring the old man back alive. Rescue one genius and cage the other before he creates an army of clockwork soldiers.
The clockwork soldiers are also very unnerving. Okay. Dr. Hypatia needed a place to sleep, so I cleared stuff out of the spare cabin. I was able to sell most of it. Here's what's left of the money. I know it's not a lot. Well, it's expensive and under Imperial rationing degree, but you know that. You don't need to give me that. I finally uncovered how my enemies created the Crown Killer. What better way to erode confidence in me before the queue. If I stopped to think about it for a few minutes, maybe I could have kept my people's trust, but that would require patience, and my advisors always remind me that I have none of that particular trait. But to use Hypatia's own serum against her, horrible. I'm happy I could find a cure. She's a brilliant alchemist. Now she can continue her research to help the people of Sikonos. I wasn't able to rescue Sokolov. He's been taken elsewhere, to Kieran Jean Josh's mansion. He's the inventor of the Clockwork Soldier, and if he's able to use Sokolov's genius for his own plans, it might be very, very bad. I've seen his killing machines in the action at Dunwall Tower. I can't allow Delilah to have such an ally. I'm sure Jean Josh takes pleasure in keeping his intellectual rival captive. Well, it won't be for long if I have any say in it. The Dreadful Whale, what a weird name. It's hard to sleep on the ship, and when I do, my dreams are troubled. Well, I'm awake now and thinking about Sokolov. I remember him at the Handpits pub, so long ago, trapped like a beast in a cage. He smelled of stale piss and rotting meat, but they couldn't break him. He held on to himself and picked up against my tutor, something I needed in the aftermath of my mother's desk. Beware of dignitaries bearing gifts, he used to tell me. But I was still a child, and I liked gifts. I thought nothing sounded more pleasant. Now I know better. I also find myself thinking of Callista, my old governess. She always wanted to travel the world on a big boat. Eventually, she left Dunwall, then stopped writing a few months later. Oh, good old Callista, huh? She was great. She was a good egg. Let's see. How many do I have? 2. Let's increase vitality. No, let's go for it. Can I afford anything else? Reflexes. No. Okay, that's fine. Here we go. Right. Let's look. Sacrifice that one. Is that one? Where is helpful? I don't know what these little thingies next to it mean. Maybe that it's new. We'll fuck about with this later. Did I eat a, damn it, I ate one that I wanted. I think. I drop assassination with Falling Star, I will unequip. For Swift Stalker. That's good enough for me.
Watch the faces of those who bow the most deeply, or some such.
Nerve of the Grand Guard. Oh, you're here.
On a boat, with friends, I believe. I slept, thankfully without the usual nightmares. Perhaps the sea air does me good. The captain, Megan Foster, brought me some tea earlier. Such an interesting woman. She seemed to understand about my strange disjointed memories and the feelings of dread that accompanied them. As soon as I am able, I must return to Addermire. So much of the last few months seems a blur. What was I accomplishing? What of my research into serums for the Black Spittle? My work was so easily derailed. I can only conclude I was suffering from a complete exhaustive breakdown. I will need time to recover. Hi. Feeling
Dr.
better?
Hypatia, can you remember anything that might help me? I need to find Anton Sokolov. He could be the key to unraveling the Duke's plans.
My memories are disjointed. The Duke is close to his grand inventor, Kirin Jindosh. But that man has the empathy of a mantis. He
Sure
seems
does.
to both admire and despise Sokolov. We visited Aramis Stilton. I liked him. But something bad happened. Just snatches of memory. Sorry.
You should rest easy for a while. Maybe some of that will help.
I hope so. I'm not sure I even fully understand what you did for me, but I owe you for helping me at Addermire. Thank you.
You're welcome. And now I've got lots of solution. Which is always nice.
Megan must be up on deck.
Okay. Oh, I clicked out of the game again. Always does this to me. Okay, I'll rent that. I think. Okay. Let's keep wandering around. What are you best? You have, okay, we've read
That
that.
wasn't here before. Botany and diseases.
Well, that's Hypatia for you, I guess. Personnel. After last week's disaster, Grand Inventor Kirin Jindosh circulated the following information related to his Clockwork soldiers. All Grand Guard personnel should read this report. Clockwork soldiers protected by armoured wooden plates. Some miscreant destroys them. There is nothing protecting the vulnerable weapons underneath. Something looks off. The Clockwork's head, the thing will attack anyone it can, ally or not. That means you. Given the expensive optics Master Jindosh provided each Clockwork with, they can see in the front and the back. Remember that if another one of them goes haywire. If some fool is able to get close enough, there's a small panel on the back on each Clockwork that can be rewired, which will invert the perception of friend or foe. Again, that means you get attacked. Keep these things in mind, and the clocks will be an asset, not a liability.
To reach Jindosh, I'll have to take the carriage through Lower, then Upper Aventa. I wonder how recently this silvergraph image of Jindosh was made. Ramsay and the Crown Killer. 2 pieces of the puzzle. More to go. So the Crown Killer was a tool of the Duke's coup.
Sure was.
The murders had a calculated effect. With a couple dozen Clockwork soldiers, Jindosh changed the Empire. What would he do with an army? We'll find you, Anton.
Read that one.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, Your Imperial Majesty?
Okay, I listened to that already. Dawn set up and group the Forest East. You're dead. New Worlds was not sated and would have one more. None other than the captain himself. It's grouped around a cluster of small rodents, much like rabbits or prairie moles. The lure of fresh meat proved too much temptation for a good captain. He dined on scant fish and the same rations as the crew all these dreary months. He was able to grab one of the creatures by hands, but the docile beasts were not so tame after all. Having allowed the captain to pick it up, the creature became enraged and delivered several stings from a gland hidden in its tail. The captain complained of heat and itching where the stings penetrated, but insisted they press on. He died of asphyxiation within a quarter hour. It was suddenly obvious to me that at this rate of attrition we would not only fail to sufficiently research the continent, but we might soon lack enough crew to make the return voyage. Something had to be done to save the venture, so I immediately declared myself captain. On my orders, the remaining crew kept to the relative safety of the beach for the duration of the week. There were sent 2 young academy students armed with nets and cages to fetch a live sample of the prairie mole that had so swiftly killed the captain. And first and foremost, ours was a research expedition. Very important that we be a nosy prat for as much as possible. There we go. Nice. It's working as planned again. So we can sorry, not for you. Head upstairs. Enjoy all of this. Hi.
It's time. Let's hope your friend doesn't sink the boat while we're gone. Ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's get underway.
Annoyingly, I didn't talk to her earlier, which is frustrating. Anton Sokolov is being held at the manor of Kirin Jindosh, Grand Inventor to the Duke and creator of the Clockwork Soldier. Get inside, rescue Sokolov, and eliminate Jindosh before he builds an army of Clockwork Soldiers. Now, one of the problems with this is going to be the Jindosh lock. And, with the Jindosh lock is it's a logic puzzle. And there are 3 ways to go about it. You can, apparently, I've heard, so the first thing you can do is solve it. The second thing that you can do is just pick up the answer. And I've heard that you can pick up the answer, then load to before you picked up the answer. Pick up the answer, write it all down, then load to before you pick it up, and then act like you've solved it. The problem is I've also heard that the game is like designed so that if in a certain playthrough you pick it up regardless of whether you save scum, it counts. So I kind of want to try and solve it naturally, but it's the sort of logic puzzle that I'm really bad at. So we'll see.
Jindosh is important to the Duke's inner circle. The Grand Guard watches his mansion, and they'll call down the entire city if they find out who you are.
I'll make sure they don't. You said there's a wall of light cutting off access to the carriage station?
Yes, but there's a black market shop nearby. They sell on the sly. Ever use a rewiring tool?
Corvo taught me the theory.
Good. Get past the wall of light, then ride the carriage to where Jindosh lives. And there's a reason people are afraid of his mansion.
I'll get it done.
There's also a thing...
Take care of this crazy man and his Clockwork Soldiers, then bring Sokolov back. He means a lot to me.
I've got hiccups now, this is so annoying. Oh, goodness me. What I meant to say is there's also a thing you can do where you can climb through the walls and he doesn't even notice you. And I kind of want to see how you do that, because I think you can climb through, take him out, and then, like, go back through normally. Oh, I'm so sorry about the hiccups. Right, there's a ring up there, there's a ring over there, and there's... Let's go for that one first. And in the meantime, hopefully my hiccups will stop soon. Lordy Lou, but that's embarrassing. Anything around here? Just some cash money dollar. That's okay. Let's keep getting out of here. Or I'm gonna have hiccups, no doubt, for the rest of this evening.
Who else would it be? Malcontents are saying that our bridges are crumbling, that people are leaving our city.
Ah, I clicked out of the game again.
But as I look out from the windows of the Grand Palace, I know these are lies. Sarkonis is a land of riches. Yes, some people are poor because they're lazy. It's true that across our capital city there are abandoned buildings full of blood flies. There have always been blood flies. There always will be. It's the way of the world. Things rot.
The Duke is, in case you hadn't worked it out, an absolute dipshit.
I'd like to see her buy the drinks. Just one time. Is that too much to ask?
It's a common theory. We've read that. Glimpse of Void. Yep, we've read that one too. Rip. What on earth?
I'll tell you a story about Kirin Jindosh, a prodigy from Karnaka. Self-taught, he was hailed by the Academy of Natural Philosophy as a genius who would surpass Sokolov and bring about an age of enlightenment. But just 2 years after his arrival, he was banned from the Academy for life, for reasons that are still not public. When they deported him, he left behind a machine that drank seawater, playing music that brought listeners to tears.
Beautiful.
They probably took it apart, and it has never worked since.
Truly beautiful. It's me. It's making noise. Right, where are we off to? Okay, well, down there is the bad place. Ah, piss. Go away. Leave me alone. Should have picked up a bottle. I wonder if there's one in here. There is not. Just that, which I keep standing on. Oops. Alright. Let's go about this slightly less stupidly, shall we? What have I got in the way of? much, huh? Is the answer. Leave me alone, meow. Let me make questionable decisions in peace. Right, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna load, because this has just been a mistake. And I will stop hiccuping one day eventually. Need something to frighten me. That'll get the job done. Oh, pardon me. Here we go. Alright. Pretend I never went down there. I never made that particular bad decision. And we're all golden now. Whoops.
I only had a boat of my own. That's that.
This city is a place of riches, but not all get a seat at the banquet table.
I mean, on the one hand, yes, that's always the case, but... Oh, goodness, not again. Christ alive. Right, let's try... What the...
One night at the body house. What the? Stop!
When the Grand Guard go into the place and see it packed solid with blood flies, they...
Not
running now.
It'll be that sadistic. I don't want to die.
It's fine, I'm just working out how to go and, how... Yeah. No, okay, cool. My hair's long enough now that it keeps getting trapped in my headset, and it's really annoying. Yeah, I was just, working out where to go there. So if I... This time around, I won't get turned about. Okay. But it looks like going through the, going through here might be the most sensible option. I don't want to... Yeah, I'm gonna risk it this way.
You bet.
Grand Guard go into the place and see it packed solid with blood flies, they burn the building to the ground. And the ones on either side.
They may just smoke flash it. Either way, the jewels will be ruined. We're not getting our money, are we?
Have some faith. It'll just be more complicated than I thought it would be.
Am I ever gonna catch a break?
Nobody's looking out for nobody right now.
In my experience, no one ever catches a break, ever. th day, month of 10, 1851. Janice, you find everything in the safe. We're in the combination in the usual place. You know where to look at the office. I changed all the safe tempers recently because I feel like I'm being followed. Pretty sure I heard shuffling and heavy breathing from somewhere nearby the dark glass closing up office for the night. It's not the Grand Guard this time, but we're being watched for surface. Probably safest to prepare the next gathering. Can you warn the others? I'll leave for Calero when I'm done with today's clients. Oh, pardon me. That looks to me like 992. God, I am so sorry for all of these hiccups. I'm truly in hell. 892. No? 092. Okay. Primary agenda. Possible actions for the upcoming anniversary of the death Empress of Jasmine Colton. Proposed by Kerry Brockman. Letter to Kanaka Gazette explaining that while her murder was reprehensible, the end results may have been positive for the Empire. Action. Motion approved unanimously. Proposed by Janice Tynes. Members wear Lord Regent's crest armbands on the anniversary. Objection by Corey Brockburn. Lovely idea, but it may hurt business for members who need to deal with many clients that day. Clients might find it in poor taste. Action. 4 votes against, 3 motions. Votes in favour. Motion rejected. Counter proposal by Janice Tynes. Armband could be worn on the 15th anniversary of the Lord Regent's unlawful arrest. Action. Motion approved unanimously. Proposal by Teodoro Benitez. Campaign demanding wider deployment of the Wall of Light brought back into use in Karnaca by Duke Luca Abele. The boldest measures are the safest. Action. Vote delayed until word comes from Grand Guard leadership, collecting facts on reductions in crime across Karnaca. Proposal added to agenda for the next gathering. Cocktails and spirits served. So, you know, I'm glad we fucking nicked all their stuff. Because they're like, murder sucks, I guess, but, like, in the end, though? And we have no room for, death is okay sometimes here. Not in this household. Oh, rats. Okay, well that's really fucking annoying. Fine. No. Here we go. Oops. I thought I could... What? Okay, hang on. 1 second. Huh. That's the that's the stuff. Right. Now. Here we go. Representative from the Royal Conservatory confirmed today that the site's closure might has been extended once again with no promise of when it might reopen. Curator Brianna Ashworth could not be reached for comment. Readers will remember that an infestation of mites in the Rosebery exhibit forced closure nearly 6 months ago, though there have been rumours that no exterminators have been hired. The Rosebery exhibit was to be a prestigious event, sponsored by the Academy of Natural Philosophy, with hopes of attracting numerous experts and guest lecturers from across the Isles. This important exhibition is now on hold indefinitely due to extended closure. For hopeful visitors, there is nothing to do but wait for further word. And I will take that, which is that. You take damage, portion is no, that is worse for me personally, because mana is the thing I'm trying to keep most of. Dope. Any emails from... Pardon me. Okay, I have read that. Cherished students and learned colleagues, have you not heard the tales of kindness and beauty of its people? I pose questions today that I hope to answer in great detail. Let's start with the ones commonly asked by travellers for many decades. Does the warmer climate affect the spiritual outlook of a people? Are those born in Jivia, Morley and Bristol possessed of more taciturn nature through the geographic and meteorological conditions of their birth? And other subjects influenced by the obscure currents of warmer water and air that are channeled across the dreadful ocean from the Pitisian continent itself? We know so little about that land. In my travels, I've been impressed with the commonality shared across all cultures, but also in the differences. It's my goal to illuminate these areas of inquiry, and I'll share at least one spicy Sekonan recipe with you before the day is done. Bless you. Right. One there, and one there. 42. Let's go for this one next, actually. Ow! Oh, whoops, I stood on a spike. I are so smart. Right. Wonder. Wrong button. It is nigh inevitable that I will at some point do something stupid because this is me. And that's what I'm best at, clearly. Whenever I make the title of this on YouTube, I'm going to have to put hiccup in it. Like a... to Addermire and be hick on. Right. Don't stand on a spike, me. Right. Let's see. Was the bone charm down here? be sneaky, but I suppose I could throw a grenade and have that distract them all. God, I've got the old hiccup headache where I hiccup so much that it gives me a headache. That sound, by the way, was me hiccuping into my glass. Like a fuel. Right. Let's hop over here. Then we, unnerving, hop over here. And we hit F5, and we do this.
What's going on?
Nice. God. Okay. So I've got you two pacing away, so I should be able to do.
Wonder what I'm dealing with.
Nope. Nothing. That's what you're dealing with. Okay.
I imagine that. No, I'm sure.
Look everywhere.
What?
I could die, girl.
Ow!
You there! I need your help.
Think you look tough? Shit.
Wait,
Possible.
this is
It'll be that sadistic crown killer. Shit. Lost her.
Ugh, annoyingly, they found me, so I'm gonna load and I'm gonna use a grenade to I'm gonna keep trying to pull it to me actually, and if that doesn't work I will use a grenade to distract them all and jump in and out.
What's going on here?
Nothing, don't worry about it. I don't have any grenades, that's fun and sexy. I only have one in Sentry Bolt. It's also fun and sexy. I have a handful of sleeping bolts, but not really enough. Okay.
didn't work. That's it. But no.
You saw nothing.
Die, girl. Wait, this is. Oh shit.
An idiot.
Be careful. She's probably hiding somewhere close. Here you are.
I need your help.
Hey.
Let's see what you got. You bet.
Fucked up. Wonder if I could try one of those scatter ones. I could send them both to sleep, I suppose, but what if instead I do this? What have we got? We've got you. Could be a problem. hit the wrong thing there. Where are you looking? There. Right. What I might be able to do is do this, then... Oh, let's do this. Oh. Shift. Dope. Now I can do, whoops, this. Nope. You haven't spotted anyone. Now, which one next? 62, 35. Let's go for this one next. What I'm going to want to do is how the hell did you even see me? Oh, piss. How'd you get up here? Never mind, that's not the way to go. Love to save scum. That's how I play video games. Right. I got the thing, so there's always that. Hop up here, and then back up here. Now, there we go. 56. Hold on, there at 57. God, don't crash on me. Please, for the love of God, do not crash on me. Let's see, easiest way to sneak in here is...
Something unsavory going on. Just go. I'm getting good and taking
Getting good and drunk is... What? You guys alright, aren't there? Everything good with y'all? Did not offer the sneaky ways I hoped it would. Ow! Shite. That was not what was intended. No one, don't worry about it. Doing okay there, buddy?
Stay sharp.
Is there like back entrance over there?
Nothing.
Okay.
Someone is asking for trouble over there.
Save scum it is. We'll grab that one later actually once we've got the rewire tool. I think that's probably the best way to do it.
going on? Told them he wouldn't last a day.
Right.
Poor kid. Why do I always have to be right? Entire shipment of railway tags just gone. Taken right from under their noses.
Hey,
Idiots.
as you were.
Yeah, so it says get the bone charm while you're there, so I'll do that then. That is one to buy, so let's go grab that last bone charm, shall we? Yes, I was looking at a guide, but that's because that's who I am as a person, and I actually really don't care. I've talked about this before in games. I have a very low frustration threshold, and what that means is if I start to get frustrated by something, it does not take much for me to decide, okay, well, I'm not having fun anymore, so I'm just going to stop playing this, which obviously is no good for a Let's Play. So the way that I circumvent that is by not allowing myself to feel bad about using a guide, especially when I'm doing these sorts of videos. These sorts of streams, rather. Streams which I'm also turning into YouTube videos, I should say. Right. Okay, do I want that? I do like the ones I have. I'm gonna swap this one out for Spiritual Fortune, however. Master Major Bonville, thank you once again for your help. Without you, it would have been impossible to trace the final members of the Grand Guard who were with Stilton that night, 3 years ago. The last man had made it all the way north to Maya, if you can believe it, and was recovering at a Tivian asylum for the poor. Claimed to have seen all manner of strange things on the night of Stilton's last social gathering. He even described an exotic hooded figure visiting the manor. Perhaps someone connected to Stilton's disappearance. Such matters are best left to military men such as yourself, I suppose. I still have your bank agent's name and address. Rest assured, your final payment will be delivered soon. I'm also sending a small flask of liquor that's close to my heart, made from the pomace left over after wine grapes have been pressed. Please think of me as you enjoy. Yours truly, Brianna Ashworth. Brianna Ashworth's a pretty neat character, as I remember. Interesting, certainly. Lots of pretty swords. And an unnerving photo. They have very odd paintings around here, I have to say. Nonetheless, let's angle ourselves over to the black market. I think that's the easiest way of doing this. Up here. Up this way. Go in here. Where? Can head down. Somewhere around here will be an entrance. One hopes. Here we go.
Stronger than the smell of morning coffee. I had to sell it.
Here we go. Today risks my very life. I bring you probing questions about a new Empress, Delilah Colton, or, depending on political leanings, Delilah Copsbean. Is it true that her mother was a kitchen maid employed in Dunwall Tower? Even if so, that does not prove she was Emperor Yuhorn Colton's daughter. If the Emperor did in fact have a second secret daughter, making her the true heir to the Cauldron throne, why didn't he make the proper arrangements? Outside speculation, what else do we know about the Empress Delilah? What can the Silver Spike tell you beyond marketplace gossip? We can date a past from the time she claims to have grown up in Jessamine Shadow. We know when Delilah's most regarded paintings were bought and sold, but where was she between those earlier times and this year, when she ascended the throne in Dunwall? Such a long gap away suspicious, is it not? No artwork sold, not even address of record. No neighbour stepped forward with juicy tales from the long period before she arrived in Karnaca just 3 years ago. Therein lies the mystery worth cracking, dear readers. Her activities in the time before she was first seen with our dear Luca Abele. I can tell you at least part of it. She was causing me a headache in,
Welcome.
Hi.
You look like... I don't know you. I'm new to Karnaca. I need a tool that can rewire a wall of light, the kind the Grand Guard uses, and I'd prefer not to explain myself.
I can help you out, but not right now. Don't even linger here. I'm supposed to get a visit from Paolo, someone you don't want to meet. Come back later.
Understood.
You should go. We can do business another time. Like I said, Paolo is coming by.
I can't remember. I can hide up here. Enjoy this. Here we go. I'm going non-lethal, otherwise I would try and get the achievement to kill him 3 times, but I will do this. I'll do this a 4th time, and that'll be my achievement run. Dipshits.
I need 8 new cutters, short blades, the good stuff. More leasty.
I know what you mean.
Because last time you gave me some backwater foundry that wouldn't hold an edge and snapped against Grand Guard armor.
I got taken on that deal too. But I'll make it up to you, Paolo. Lop off maybe 10%?
30. Because I like you. By next week.
That's fair. I made a bad faith trade and I regret it. You'll have the cutters, I promise.
Good, good. These are strange times. Overseers in the Dust District, a witch empress, and these clockwork soldiers protecting the aristocracy. All bad for business.
Sure is.
My way, Karnaca will be a different city a year from now.
What's up, dipshit?
If you're not with the guard, I'm happy to serve.
Hi. Right. Continue. Gear. That's the shit. Right, we want... that.
You won't be sorry.
Some ticket booth off the drunk.
A pleasure to do business.
Okay.
A deal well made.
Not too fussed about that because we find them everywhere. Sleep darts I want 1 of. Normal darts not fussed about. Grenades could be handy, but let's take a look at our upgrades.
You want blueprints for better weaponry. Things were so much better just a
Accuracy.
decade ago. The situation in the Empire has driven the
Pardon me.
prices up, I'm afraid.
Not fussed about that. It could be worth it. That's definitely worth it. I'll get that.
Sometimes I wish I had the Grand Inventor among my clients. But I've heard he's not so easy to please.
No, you really don't want him, actually. Let's pick up that. And that. And you know what? Pick up this. Because then we can go here. Ah, piss. It's not sleep darts. Oh, that's annoying. Oh well.
Keep
Thanks.
to the shadows. That's my advice.
Thanks for that too. 2 runes. What do I want to buy? I want to buy this. That's always good to have. I've got 2 bone charm slots now. So I can do this and this for now. And now if I go to 1, only one left is up here, which also conveniently is where the Wall of Light is. Well, the carriage station. Now, what's that? Paolo, leader of the Howlers. Citizen Kanaka, the Howlers are not your friends. Paolo, leader of the Howlers, want to buy a Grand Guard for various crimes and gang-related enterprise. Dangerous and not to be trusted. Reward for information leading to his arrest. Just in case you were wondering if he's dangerous and not to be trusted, he's dangerous and not to be trusted. Go chat to this guy.
Appreciate it. I'll let you in on a secret.
Go for it.
I saw people coming and going recently, looking for whale oil, up to something. So many people legging it from the city. The Grand Guard and the Howlers won't have anybody to tax or rob. You watch yourself. The Grand Guard aren't too friendly to strangers.
Oh boy, howdy, trust me, I'd work that one out.
Welcome back. This is what I have for upgrading your equipment.
Okay.
Didn't see anything worth buying?
No.
Next time, maybe.
Okay. Right, well we know that there's someone around here fucking about looking for, whoops. Looking for explosives. There's not much else we can do. That really. This guy's gonna cause an issue.
Who do we have here?
Just some dipshit. Don't worry about
your face
it.
is covered, lady.
That's my business. Who are you supposed to be?
I'm Paolo. In this part of town, everything's my business. And slumming rich kids should remember all that etiquette they learned. Maybe you need another lesson. Is that what you came down here for?
Nope.
Better take off. That was a bad move.
Bosses beware, when we get screwed, we multiply. Hey, Lamau. Okay, well. I'm fucking getting out of all this horseshit, that's what's going on here. Right. Let's hop up here. And then up here.
Something stinks around here. It's not my job to clean up.
Please climb up. I do love when the guards are like, damn it, I need to pee. What a big mood. Honestly, it's like my emotion 90% of the time. Okay. Now, could cause headaches, but I can do this, which is quite nice.
It's funny to think about. She could be
am I? Okay. Do this. Then we do this. Then nope.
I don't like that.
Right, here's what we're gonna do. When we get to the roof, that's a good place to cut it off, and then we're gonna end. In fact, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that off camera because I'm just gonna hop over to the roof. For now, folks, though, I am indeed going to end things off here. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. It is very much appreciated, and I do hope that you enjoyed. I will be streaming Destiny tomorrow, where we are going to be continuing with a bunch of the quests that I have currently going, focusing, as we are trying to do in the moment, in general, on the Black Armory. Then on Tuesday, it will be Final Fantasy XIV, where we shall be continuing the story of Shadowbringers on our Shard, and continuing to investigate around Armorang. And then finally, then next Thursday, it will be, entrance here, dope, sorry. I just found the entrance that I was looking for. Next Thursday will be Higurashi When They Cry, Tatari Goroshi, where we will be carrying out our nefarious plan, and then next Saturday will be more Dishonored 2, where we will investigate the Jindosh mansion. But for now, take care everybody, have a wonderful evening, do look after yourselves, and I shall see you guys tomorrow.